Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 33 of House 6 of the Drifter Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And I realized that Fleur has not invited George into the House 6 club, so I figured we should do that. And then maybe after we do that, we should just teach him some manners. Parenting, teach to say please and thank you. Dragging that accidentally, just to get his social, maybe some help, and some manners, some help particularly. And I have Gabrielle getting ready to go to bed, and of course little Ginny is sleeping because she was exhausted, and Gideon somehow has maxed his imagination skills, so I have him working on his communication a little bit and his thinking skill by doing some what's thatting and some babbling, so I'll have to keep an eye. And there is Felix working on his paper again. He had to take a little bathroom break first. So let's take a look at Fleur. And we want to, and as soon as we can, encourage learning that please and thank you. But we can't do that yet. The option isn't there. So she needs to sell this knitted object on Plopsy. We had the issues last time knitting while listening to music, but we did manage to get there. Oh, look, Gideon got to level 6, so he can do more than babble. What is this? Okay, sure, we'll see. We got a lot of money there, actually, for signing. That was pretty good. He is a little tired, but I'm a little weary about getting him, or leery, I should say, about getting him to go to bed early, because he tends to wake up and stay up and be up like too early, which makes him tired sooner. So no, you don't need to make a mess. Why don't we, you can't what's that on that. Can you what's that here? You can what's that there. And why don't we come here, and we're not going to babble to Mummy because Mummy's busy, but we could watch her. We could totally watch her. So we'll watch her. And I think enough time we should be able to encourage this learning about please and thank you. And then I think it's time for George, who is quite tired, to go to bed. So I'll just get these walls into cutaway and choose his bed that I thought was blue when we were in the build mode, and it's definitely looking green in that room. So that's done. And let's see, what else should we do with her? She needs some more points. She needs to sell this knitted object on Plopsy. But why don't we, this is someone else's painting. Why don't we scrap that painting? And we could do a book instead. She needs to do her bestseller still. Oh, look. She seems to have gotten some points just by me flipping here. Maybe, I bet you what it is that she has earned the money from the royalties, and it just was a little lag in showing it. So now she's got lots of points. So I think what I was planning on getting her next was the steel bladder trait, which is 2,000 points. And of course, we don't need frugal anymore because the bills currently aren't really based off of the value of the lot. But, it came in handy when we used it. So she probably should just go to the bathroom just to get all topped up. So hopefully she won't have to go again. And then maybe, let me see, maybe we'll have her go out here and sell things from this garden. Why don't we harvest the sage, a few of the sage, and then we will harvest the crocus. Let's get in here. The crocuses and some strawberries, so we can maybe give them to the kids to eat if they need it. And let me see. That is our apple tree, which is out of season. Okay, so it's not covered, I guess. So if we put it here, it should be covered. I would have thought it was already covered. And this is the grow fruit, which is always in season. And this is lemon, which is always in season. And this one is perfect and sheltered, but doesn't really need to be sheltered. It could be out here because it's always in season too. Same, they don't have a season, any of those plants that are out there. So I will go back into live mode after I did the brief look. What is this? A rose bush, and it's sheltered. I wouldn't have thought we planted these recently. I know I've seen some issues, but we'll see whether We haven't harvested them. I don't know. I've seen issues with them going back to this status, but I haven't really paid that much attention myself. We don't need the bird of paradise. And this is lily, orchid, and snapdragon. Do we have orchids planted anywhere? I don't remember. I'm trying to look, unless they're like one of these plants that was rose, lily, and okay, let's pause. Why don't we harvest? And what is this? It's out of season because we had it outside and it's winter now and it needs to be sheltered for it to actually give us something. And since it's going to be a long time till fall, it makes sense to bring it inside. And that's always in season. That's sage, which we didn't have our harvest. So that's why it's not reverted to this plant looking state where, well, it doesn't look like a plant. It looks like the sage. Looks like a piece of sage. So let's come here and harvest. There is an orchid there. So we'll harvest that and we'll plant that. But before we plant it, we will just sell everything else. Or maybe we'll harvest these green peas and green beans because we can put those in the twins inventory to eat. And then we will oh, she can't super sell. So I guess we'll sell all is what we'll do. And maybe we'll start with here. We'll make sure we'll sell all starting with the money tree, which is going to give us a lot of money because it's perfect because we're green. So everything is, perfect. So we will be able to get that house very soon that I have already built and that I decided I was just going to stick with it. She's really slow about selling, I have to say. What is your gardening skill? It's 7. I guess if I didn't mind about you being, you're bored from being curious about clubs. Oh, seriously? I'm sure I played in this save more than 100 hours. Given we're on house 6 and we started at house obviously 1 and ours are I always get confused. I think it's the generation is like the ones that are born. So even though the ones born are going to be doing house 7, they're like I think the 6th generation, the kids that are in this house. But I'd have to count it out, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, we had some carrots we could have harvested, but oh well. And that was the splice that I did. That was oh no, that actually is. It's got the bird of paradise, but we don't need to harvest that because we have bird of paradise plants there. So we're good for that. Yeah, that super selling is so much quicker. There's our lovely perfect orchid, which is that still sheltered? I don't know. Let's see. It's worth a lot and that's sheltered. So we'll plant that there. Or maybe just to be on the safe side, we will plant it here. That is a lot. 625 simoleons for that perfect. And is this perfect? It's excellent. So it's only excellent. It's 472. I don't know if she's going to be finished selling this stuff before 5 a.m. And it looks like little Gideon went to bed on his own. I'm guessing he was tired. So she's just, let's go fast while she's selling the rest of the stuff that she sells and make some money. And we definitely have enough money for this house, but we will not do that in this part. So let's keep going. So now she's finished selling and she's going to, while she's finished selling, we may as well collect the soy wax in case we decide to do any candle making, though I can't see it being a priority for this house because I don't find the candles, they don't make any money compared to, like, you could just sell the soy wax. The candles are worth a little bit more, but given the time it takes to put in, so there's so many better ways to make money in this game than candle making. So, oh, this is broken. I think your handiness is high enough that you could fix it, even though, oh, it's not really very high. Just scrap that painting. And we'll just scrap it because I just did. Oh, you're already inspired. Good, that's what I wanted you to be. So why don't we come here and write a book. We'll write a children's book. We'll see when she gets there. When this one where I believe on L, when I just went and looked at what the royalties were. And L is for loquat. So she's writing her book and everybody is sleeping. And our garden should have fruited things, sprouted things already overnight. So we'll see. how everybody is doing and what is Felix's schedule like today. Look, he's already almost maxed his energy there. He does need to submit this term paper, and I would like him to do that before his next class, like which is on Thursday, and it's only Wednesday right now. He doesn't work. It'd be nice to work on this mixology skill. And he has 2 classes today. He's got one at 11 and the next one at 1:30. And I know I had said I wasn't going to bother putting him into a organization, but I may put him in Brainiacs if the opportunity arises, if I remember at the right time, because the things they do for Brainiacs are stuff like do homework and study and things that really help with the program. So I think I'd be inclined to have him go in that. But I don't know whether, it's not, I think, let's take a look at the organization events. That's at 3 p.m. later on today. So I don't know whether we'll get to that in this part or not. Oh, and it looks like George is, there's someone with a stinky diaper. I am going to put this away because these kids are constantly playing with the dollhouse. So my guess is it's Jenny. And there's his homework. So we'll put this here where I can see it later. So, well, if it's a stinky diaper, then I guess leave the room. So let's see. You have already done your homework. Do you have anything you can do here? Any badges? You can collect your sociability badge. So you may as well. And you may as well empty that trash. And let's check. I know she was really tired when I started, but like somehow she's not really very hungry. I thought maybe but he is hungry. So he should eat carrot and soybeans. And let's grab some of the things that we had harvested and stick them in his inventory because that was part of the reason I did that. And he can eat a strawberry. And what are you doing, my dear? And what are your needs like? They're pretty good. And you need to still play some chess, but I'm assuming you did your homework. But in case you didn't, let's check. You may as well do your extra credit work in case that gets you a boost, and it will help you with your mental skill, and it will help you with your responsibility. So that's always good. And she is finished writing. How did she do? Yes, she did a bestseller. Why don't you come here and help with homework? And how are your needs, Felix? You're actually pretty good, so why don't you come get some leftovers? And then when you're finished, you can repair this. And there's the bugs you can see from that dump. As soon as he's finished his George has finished his good deeds, I'm going to take this and put it in our family inventory for when the toddlers age up so they can do their good deeds. But we're going to stick I think we have a nano trash can, and if we don't, we're going to get one. But I think I may have already had one. So you are uncomfortable because it's dirty. How hungry you're really slow with that eating, I have to say. So, how are the rest of your needs now that you've eaten, Sweet Pea? You're dirty. Why don't you come go potty? And then when you're finished with the potty, you can have your mommy give you a bath because you need that. And you're working on this. You're uncomfortable. Why don't you come here and clean out? Oh, you need to eat. I'm going to cancel that because I think he still has some things in his inventory so he can eat a couple of things. And then I'm going to send him to school. There you go. Then he can go to school. Well, he'll eat one, whatever. He eats a bit. It's not as important when they're going to school. And what are you doing? Why is it taking you so long to do this homework? I guess because I'm used to having a club gathering and that speeds things up a lot. So do you need to read this? Can you study that? You could study it. Why don't you study it? I don't know that reading it helps. So you should come here and scavenge for parts. And then because I don't want it to get into the garbage, we're going to just take it into your inventory. That's the easiest thing. And we'll grab that into your inventory, and then we will have you... Oh, she can't read that. Sort out recyclables. She is not high enough, so you were looking at it unnecessarily. Are you going to give him a bath? And Ginny, Sweet Pea, why don't you come here and ask the nanny to change your diaper? Because I'm guessing you need help with your diaper. Diaper, please. Whenever you wake up, I suppose. And I think yours was at 11, I believe, your class. 11. Yes, and your homework is done for all of your classes. And why don't we put your homework in your inventory? And why don't we just try that, sorting out. Oh, and looks like this needs to be repaired. we need a gate over there. Maybe because I don't want to put a gate over there, I instead will temporarily just stick this in here so that it's easy for him to get to, because I don't feel like editing the lot much more because I am planning on placing that other lot very soon. And then we can figure out where everything goes afterwards. So he's playful. Now he's energized. Energized is good because you can come here and play in the ball pit. That's what you should do. And how is Gabrielle? Where is she? She? Maybe we'll have her work hard because I would like her to get. I guess I should change the traits. I should look at the traits. Scavenge for... Oh, no, I don't want you to scavenge. Wrong sim. I want you to scavenge for parts. Now that you've fixed this, can you upgrade it? You can. But I don't want you to right now. I'm just wondering if you had the ability to upgrade it. 5,000 in... And it's dirty out here. And what's this call? Oh, this isn't the call. Oh, that was for Fleur, but why his call? Anyways, we are going to take the chance. And she got a performance gain small. We don't want to fill this up. So we're going to stick it in his inventory. And why don't we do one more, sort out recyclables. And you're busy. Good. And you, what are you going to do? You're going to watch your mommy. Well, that's fine. The reason I want to make sure we sort out the recyclables is because the maid is coming and I want to make sure there's room in the garbage bin for the recyclables. So I think she is my independent one because I think I made her independent and him inquisitive. So why don't we come and... Oh, it looks like she asked. Did she ask for something? Listen to Fleur, or maybe Fleur initiated that on her own. I don't know. I was going to do something like that, so it worked out well. And you're still playing there, and you're getting a little hungry, Sweet Pea, and you're a little tired. So why don't you come grab a serving of that? And it's reasonable for you to have that fireplace on because it's freezing out. I will allow it. And it is... The holidays are next week. No holidays other than Talk Like a Pirate Day this week. So you should be going to your class pretty soon. So we'll leave you to do that. And are you coming in? Oh, probably not because I told you to play in that ball pit. So you've got your movement up to almost level 4. And at least communication and thinking are both at 2, I suppose, I should say. And he is off, so we will make him work. Take notes. The equivalent of working hard, and she is, yeah, it's not really, if she had the tick, I would stop her from doing that, and maybe we'll have him study hard, even though there's still 3 hours left of the school day. He could watch the TV, he just doesn't really need to. Why don't you babble to the nanny and work on your communication skill while you're eating? You're still in your winter clothes because you don't change out of them when you come inside. You keep them on. Talk about art and do some more babbling. Oh, Fleur, I wanted her to take a vacation day. So why don't you come here because she's essentially going to use up her vacation and then stop working. So there we go. So she's taken her vacation day. And she should probably produce a new track. There she goes. She got her vacation day. So she's doing her track. And he got his homework done well, which is good. And how are your needs? You kind of have to go to the bathroom. So why don't we look after that? So that you can then turn around and go back to your next class, which is going to be soon. And we may as well have you burn that. And... release it if it's normal or better, which it's outstanding, so that's good. So she is done with that. We'll place that here for now. So what else should you be working on? You're a little tired, so why don't you have a story time from your mummy? And because I tend to do that instead of having a nap. And you, my dear, should probably go potty. That's what you should do. So they're probably going to nap, and I will probably have her work on her next book. And I will be, unless something happens, I'll kind of be back when everybody gets back from their classes and stuff. So they're home from their university class/school, and we got grades up, at least for Gabrielle, which is good because she paid for it by being tense, but we won't make her work hard at school anymore. And George probably won't need to work hard tomorrow. He probably should get his grade boost easily. And luckily, Felix did quite well. And even Ginny got up to level 4. And of course, I had the knitting basket in Fleur's inventory. So she started another knitting project as soon as she finished the book that I had her working on, which was not a bestseller. But oh well, at least we had one of our bestsellers, which is great. So we are going to end this part here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!